today. From Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, it's Week 16 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Dallas Cowboys.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they enter play here. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victory. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Play fake here on first down. Rolling to his left. Able to slither by. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
No surprise to see him running again here. Is something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Well, these two teams, you might remember, met earlier in the year in Arlington with the Cowboys winning that ball game. So they're trying to win here in Philadelphia to capture the season series. Second and 6. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Michael Gallup with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Cowboys are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season...
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's second down.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
And they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
Second and 5. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll set up a throw. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
They'll try and throw for it here. Flushed out right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
They go play action here on first down. This is caught. It's Hardy. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Escaping the pressure right. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front. They're prepared for him to try and take off.
Out to his left. Man open downfield is Gallup. He's got it. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Now, here's the call. So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll set up to throw. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb, a 14-yard touchdown. And they're able to add on to their advantage.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew who he was when he decided to take off and go.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
On play action, they'll throw. Buying time to his left. And that'll be incomplete.
The Cowboys at 11-3 on the year. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. He'll look to throw. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 21. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Looking to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way. He should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Cowboys will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
They'll start the drive with Elliott.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run.
Fletcher Cox there for the tackle. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve.
As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in everyone to this Christmas Eve edition of the EA Sports Halftime Report. So let's get to it. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey. And they are just about ready to head to halftime with the Dolphins on top. 2 touchdown passes there for Tua Tagovailoa. From there, we head on over to Wisconsin to check on the Packers at home at Lambeau Field. And you can see they trail in that matchup against the Tampa Bay Bucks. Jacoby Brissett has thrown a touchdown pass. Finally, we're off to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And you can see there it's the visiting Colts who have the lead in that one. Michael Pittman, a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Able to hit his target, Lamb.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
And that almost their first INT in the ballgame. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
No surprise to see a sideline fired up by that big play. Heck, we're fired up and we're supposed to be neutral. That's a quarterback putting his body on the line to fight and just barely get the first down. When he does something like that, it gets everyone ready to lay it all out there and try and match his intensity.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
He'll fire this deep for Gallup. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
Here's Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. On the move to his left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Hassan Reddick, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play.
And he is going to have the Cowboys first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
So not only do they convert on fourth, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation, but they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. They'll drop to throw.
Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 12-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Their mobile, agile quarterback. His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant, keep throwing it around.
Hassan Reddick picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for the lead right now because he's been terrific in a dual threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had no way of stopping him, and that's why his side is on top.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw.
He's got his man, Schultz, coming across the formation. And he is going to have the Cowboys first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
So the awareness of knowing where the first down marker is not just for the offense. I mean, his defense has to understand that, too, and they gave up a huge one there.
Oh, yeah, this is one of those situations defensively. You're just counting on getting the football back.
No doubt about it. You've already projected yourself to the bench, and with a little bit of smile on your face for having stopped them, and now you've got to regroup and play again.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Back to throw. Steps away. High throw, but he makes the catch. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He's going to find Gallup here complete. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head.
That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Cowboys are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remote's clicking off right now. This would be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Considering they've seen him have some big gains against him throughout this game, that's got to feel like a measure of revenge as they trap him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. But he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Alexander Johnson there on the stop.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. He'll look to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
Now back to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on down.
took the gamble, didn't pay. Well, their defense did the job. They got the turnover on downs. Now what can the offense do as they take possession? A first down carry by Elliott. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Here we go, set. 52 blue. Watch the pass. Ready.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Draw play, Elliott. And he is going to be stopped up at the line of scrimmage. And we'll have a stoppage as well as we have reached the 2-minute warning. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. They'll go option to the short side, and he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a third down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
10th carry now for Elliott. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a fourth down.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the fourth, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the...
So now we're in the final minute of the game in the fourth quarter as this offense gets ready to take over. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. On the tackle, it was the West Virginia man, Kaiser White. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Yeah, they thumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. In a division game, it's usually a touchdown or less because these two teams know each other better than most teams in the league. In this case, that didn't hold up. On the road, big margin, big victory. Oh, yeah, that flight home will be good.
So for Dallas, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they're guaranteed now a sub-500 season as they fall to 6-9. And they will get a home date next week as
today, from Seattle, Washington, it's a special New Year's Eve edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Dallas Cowboys.
Well, no trip to the Northwest would be complete without a little rain, and we've got a lot of rain falling right now at Lumen Field in downtown Seattle. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They start on the ground with Elliott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The 26 big yards on that one, and it's another first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. They'll roll him out right. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Elliott running right. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They're going to look to throw. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys up.
That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. And instead, it's 4th down.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3 and out.
Here we go, set. Yellow, 43. Right, 60.
They're going to try and throw. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward, spying on him on passing downs.
52 blue.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Uchenna-Nwosu in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
56 from Marco, 56. Check 56.
Back to throw here. That pass complete to Deontay Hardy. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Cowboys at 12-3 now on the year. And they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, if we talk about finding the soft spot defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him. They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. From 19 yards away, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
He was able to move around and found some vision to throw the football. And how about how he ended it? Boy, he had some zip on that throw.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have an arm like that. Results in the touchdown here. Great play offensively. All right, the offense back out there now. Let's see what they can put together. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
23 yards, the final tally.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And it's caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Now they'll have it first and goal following that gain of 17.
Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott
with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year,
as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 7 yards there and a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Back to throw now on first down. Dancing to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On second down, Elliott. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. He'll drop to throw, rolling to his right. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Flushed out right. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Under pressure, and down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get things started in the NFC. Arizona playing host to visiting Washington. And it's the Cardinals who have the lead as they play the second quarter. Kyler Murray throwing the football well. He has 3 touchdown passes. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. Teddy Bridgewater leading the way with a couple of touchdown passes in the victory. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And they were losers in their ball game as the visiting Buffalo Bills come in and took it to them. Josh Allen, excellent in the W, as his guys get victory number 12 on the year. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this third quarter. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. Shakes off the sack. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 37 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Steps away, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And they're going to speed things up here. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he is going to have the Cowboys' first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Jordan Brooks on the tackle.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On 2nd down, Elliott once more. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 54 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Escaping the pressure right. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
They'll set up a throw. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. Well, they've certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
Sliding out of the pocket. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. The offense on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. And this one quickly to Lamb. And out across midfield down to the 45. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. And now they're in the hurry-up. On third down, Elliott. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. It might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. They go to Elliott again. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Inside give to Elliott. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A big play, 3rd and 2. This crowd dying for a stop.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. 89 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It's a gain of 7, and that should just about do it. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not only a close game that went down to the wire, Charles, but a clean one, too. No turnovers in this contest.
And I think you're exactly right about that. To me, this is just a pair of offenses trying to find the slightest bit of separation from each other. And they were both hoping that the other side would make the big mistake first. But today, neither side made that mistake. And what we got, a very entertaining game throughout.
So for the Cowboys, they continue to show they're playoff ready as they move to 13-3 with one game remaining. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Seattle, so long, everybody.
Tonight, from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Los Angeles Rams.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Los Angeles Rams and the Dallas Cowboys. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin, joined as always by Charles. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. Rolling to his left. Dances by him. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards in a new set.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Aaron Donald. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Eluding the pressure right. And he gets us to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. They'll try and throw for it here. He finds his target, it's Schultz. And he is going to have the Cowboys first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. They'll set up to throw. It's hauled in by Hardy. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice sustained series to begin the game. It will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. Back to throw again. That's caught again by Schultz. And the Cowboys are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early first and goal.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Here's a 2nd and 7. Caught on the slant. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Cowboys put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
Okay, was it a breakdown of protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Now this throw caught left side. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 27-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. To another on-target throw, and that last one, Charles, going to put him up over 5,000 yards passing out for the season, and that is not an insignificant number.
Indeed it is not, because this is not a big list, and most of the guys on it, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Dan Marino, they either are or will be Hall of Famers.
And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Up the middle, here's Elliott. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Schultz. And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll look to throw here. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. It's their quarterback with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on our...
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. Solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
On play action, they'll throw. He'll buy some time, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
Well, he was looking at a dime formation, 6 defensive backs on the field, so he's looking for anyone to throw the football to, but he didn't have anyone open, so he took off and ran for it, but he came up just short, and that brings up 4th down.
Fighting to stay upright, and they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Being chased out left.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. They'll throw now on the final play. His throw incomplete. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Russell Wilson, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. From there, we'll head up to Indy to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Houston Texans. Jonathan Taylor, a touchdown run in the victory. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They'll try the right side with Elliott. He's got it to the 43 here. The last Last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one.
Given 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle breath. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now a good job shifting right, finding his target. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 15-yard line. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
The give is to Elliott. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their...
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Sometimes the one-handed catches are unnecessary, but he was trying to ward off the defender with the other, so maybe that was just a good play.
So that tells
Sean McVay unhappy on the sidelines visibly. He's made the decision to reach for the red flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Now that's a killer because you think you've got it absolutely covered, and then he hot-foots it out of there and picks up a 1st down. Drives you crazy as a defense.
Looked like, you're exactly right. Looked like a for-sure stop on 3rd, and then the tables turn. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense
that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A give to Elliott. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play. But in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to...
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. They'll start the drive with Elliott. Gets past one man. And he'll be taken down at about the 45. So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
Buying time to his left. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Here's Brian Anger now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And that one came close to hitting the big scoreboard up there as the fair catch is made inside the 20-yard line. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 20. Following the field goal, what can this offense do? We're about to find out. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
93 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, He's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Cowboys extend their fourth quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign. This has just really been a solid second half from them, CD, as they add another touchdown to the lead and they start to pull.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Dallas,
they get yet another victory to finish the year at 14-3 overall.
and now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles,
it could be a potentially devastating loss as they finish with a mark of 9-8.
but they've got better days in their future. Of that, you can be sure. I'm Brandon Gaudin, certainly at